The Path to Wealth, written and published by Rich Audiobooks. Chapter 1. Clarify exactly how much you want. The journey to extreme wealth begins with a number, your number. Most people drift through life with vague notions about wanting to be rich or comfortable, but these fuzzy targets lead to equally fuzzy results. Your first step toward building serious wealth is defining with crystal clarity the exact amount of money you're aiming to acquire. Many resist this exercise because they fear picking the wrong number or setting their sights too high. This resistance often masks deeper limiting beliefs about money and self-worth. Push through these mental barriers by remembering that your target can be adjusted as you grow and learn. The power lies not in the perfect number, but in the clarity and commitment it creates. Write your number down and make it real. Create a detailed description of what that level of wealth looks like in practical terms. How will your daily life be different? What opportunities will it create for your family? What problems will it solve? What positive impact could you have on others? This vivid vision creates an emotional connection to your goal that will fuel your motivation during challenging times. Share your number with select people who will support and encourage your ambition. Be prepared for some to question or criticize your goal. Their reaction often reveals more about their own limiting beliefs than the validity of your target. Surround yourself instead with people who have already achieved similar levels of wealth or are actively working toward comparable goals. Your wealth target becomes the foundation for every other strategy in your wealth-building journey. It determines the scale of business you need to build, the investment returns you must generate, and the skills you need to develop. Without this clarity, you risk spreading your efforts too thin or settling for less than your true potential. The path to extreme wealth requires extreme focus, and focus begins with a clear, compelling target that ignites your imagination and demands your full engagement. This number represents more than money. It represents freedom, impact, and possibilities. By defining exactly how much wealth you want to create, you take the first crucial step from dreaming about prosperity to actively engineering it. This clarity becomes your compass, guiding every decision and action on your path to building extreme fortune. Chapter 2. Reverse engineering the income required. Once you've defined your ultimate wealth target, the next crucial step is breaking that grand vision into practical, actionable numbers. This process of reverse engineering transforms a distant dream into a clear roadmap of specific income requirements at each stage of your wealth-building journey. Let's say your goal is to accumulate $10 million, 0 cents in net worth. Working backward, you'll need to generate approximately $1 million, 0 cents per year in net income over a decade, assuming prudent investment and compound growth. This translates to roughly $83,333, 0 cents per month, a number that might seem daunting at first, but becomes more manageable when further deconstructed into multiple income streams. The most successful wealth builders rarely rely on a single income source. Instead, they cultivate various revenue channels that work in harmony. A typical pattern might include active income from a primary business or career, $30,000, 0 cents / month, passive income from investments, $25,000, 0 cents / month, real estate cash flow, $15,000, 0 cents / month, and intellectual property or royalties, $13,333, 0 cents / When you break down your target this way, each stream becomes more attainable. Consider the story of Sarah, a former marketing executive who mapped her path to $5 million, 0 cents. She started by calculating that she needed $500,000, 0 cents annually. Rather than trying to earn this solely through her job, she created a three-phase plan. Phase 1 focused on maximizing her corporate salary while building a consulting practice on the side. Phase 2 involved scaling her consulting business and investing in dividend-paying stocks. Phase 3 introduced real estate investments and online course revenue. Within 7 years, she exceeded her initial target. Your income requirements will shift as you progress through different wealth phases. The first million often requires the most intense active effort, as you're building systems and investments from scratch. The second and third millions typically come faster as your investments and business systems gain momentum. By the time you're working toward your fifth million and beyond, passive income should constitute a larger percentage of your earnings. This reverse engineering process must account for taxes, inflation, and market fluctuations. A useful rule of thumb is to add 40% to your target income requirements to offset these factors. If you need $100,000, 0 cents in net income, plan to generate $140,000, 0 cents gross. This buffer provides stability and prevents underestimating the true income required for your wealth goal. Time becomes a critical variable in your calculations. Aggressive wealth building might target a 10-year timeline, while a more conservative approach might span 20 years. Your timeline affects how much monthly income you need to generate and how aggressively you need to invest. A shorter timeline demands higher monthly income, while a longer timeline allows for more compound growth to do the heavy lifting. The most powerful aspect of reverse engineering your income requirements is the clarity it provides. Rather than feeling overwhelmed by a large wealth goal, you now have specific monthly targets to hit. This clarity drives better daily decisions about time allocation, investment choices, and business opportunities. You'll know exactly when you're on track and when adjustments are needed. These numbers aren't static. As market conditions change and opportunities arise, you'll need to adjust your income targets and strategies. The key is maintaining flexibility while staying focused on your core numbers. Successful wealth builders regularly review and update their income requirements, ensuring their actions align with their evolving financial goals. Chapter 3. Eliminate every unnecessary expense. The path to extraordinary wealth begins with mastering the art of strategic spending. While most people focus solely on earning more, the truly wealthy understand that controlling expenses creates the foundation for sustainable wealth accumulation. Every dollar saved becomes a soldier in your financial army, working tirelessly to generate returns and compound your wealth over time. A comprehensive expense audit serves as your first step toward financial optimization. Begin by gathering 3 months of financial statements, including credit cards, bank accounts, and recurring bills. Create a detailed spreadsheet tracking every dollar spent, then categorize each expense as either essential or non-essential. This process often reveals shocking patterns. Many people discover they're spending thousands annually on subscriptions they barely use, convenience services they don't need, or impulse purchases they quickly forget. The distinction between productive and unproductive spending becomes crucial in this analysis. Productive expenses are investments in your future, education that increases your earning potential, tools that save time or generate income, or assets that appreciate in value. Unproductive expenses, conversely, are pure consumption, with no long-term benefit. The goal isn't to eliminate all pleasure spending, but to ensure every dollar serves a purpose in your wealth-building strategy. Modern technology offers powerful tools for expense tracking and reduction. Apps like Mint, YNAB, or Personal Capital provide real-time insights into spending patterns and automate the categorization process. These platforms can alert you to unusual charges, identify areas for cost-cutting, and help maintain accountability in your financial decisions. The key is selecting one system and consistently using it to monitor your financial behavior. The minimalist approach to wealth building extends beyond simple cost-cutting. It's about redesigning your lifestyle to maximize efficiency and eliminate waste. This might mean downsizing your living space, reducing your wardrobe to quality essentials, or choosing a fuel-efficient vehicle. Each decision should align with your long-term financial goals rather than temporary comfort or social status. Creating a lean financial foundation requires addressing both fixed and variable costs. Negotiate better rates on recurring expenses like insurance, phone plans, and internet service. Consider whether you really need multiple streaming subscriptions or if one would suffice. Examine your food spending. Cooking at home and meal planning can save thousands annually compared to dining out or ordering delivery. The psychology of spending plays a crucial role in expense elimination. Implement a 48-hour rule for non-essential purchases over a certain amount. This cooling-off period helps distinguish between genuine needs and emotional buying triggers. Delete shopping apps from your phone and unsubscribe from promotional emails that tempt unnecessary spending. Building wealth requires viewing money as a tool rather than a means of immediate gratification. Each dollar saved and invested has the potential to grow exponentially over time through compound interest. A $100, 0 cents monthly expense, eliminated and invested into it, could grow to over $100,000, 0 cents in 30 years at a modest 8% return. This perspective transforms spending decisions from sacrifices into opportunities for wealth creation. The most successful wealth builders maintain this disciplined approach to expenses, even as their income grows. They understand that lifestyle inflation, increasing spending as income rises, is one of the biggest obstacles to building significant wealth. By maintaining control over expenses while increasing income, you create a powerful wealth-building engine that accelerates your journey to financial freedom. Chapter 4. Save progressively to invest. While saving money might seem like a basic concept, there's a profound difference between storing cash and strategically accumulating investment capital. The path to extreme wealth requires treating savings as the fuel that powers your investment engine, not as an end goal in itself. Your investment seed fund represents the foundation of your wealth-building journey. This initial capital allows you to take advantage of opportunities, whether in the stock market, real estate, or business ventures. Think of every dollar saved as a future soldier in your wealth creation army, ready to be deployed for maximum return. The most effective way to build your investment war chest is through aggressive saving, meaning you save far beyond the conventional wisdom of 10-20% of your income. Wealthy people often save 50% or more of their earnings during their wealth-building phase. This requires a fundamental shift in how you view spending and delayed gratification. Each purchase must be evaluated against its opportunity cost. How much could this money grow if invested in? Psychology plays a crucial role in maintaining an aggressive savings rate. Our brains are wired for immediate rewards, making it challenging to prioritize future gains over present pleasures. Successful wealth builders overcome this by creating emotional connections to their investment goals and implementing systems that make saving automatic and psychologically painless. Setting up automated transfers on payday ensures money moves directly from your income to investment accounts before you have a chance to spend it. This pay-yourself-first approach bypasses willpower entirely. When combined with separate accounts for different purposes, it creates a financial infrastructure that supports your wealth-building goals without requiring constant decision-making. The journey to your first $100,000 0 cents in investment capital often proves the most challenging phase. This milestone represents more than just a number. It's the point where compound interest begins to create noticeable momentum. Investment returns start generating meaningful additional capital, and opportunities for larger investments become accessible. This is why focusing intensely on reaching this threshold through aggressive saving can accelerate your entire wealth-building timeline. To maintain this level of saving intensity, develop a high-income skill or business venture alongside your saving efforts. This creates a powerful synergy. As your income grows, maintain your current lifestyle and direct all additional earnings to investments. This approach prevents lifestyle inflation while rapidly expanding your investment capital. Consider implementing a savings escalator, where you increase your savings rate by 1% every month or quarter. This gradual adjustment prevents the psychological shock of dramatic lifestyle changes while steadily increasing your investment capacity. Over time, you'll discover that living well below your means becomes second nature, and the satisfaction of watching your investment capital grow far outweighs the temporary pleasure of unnecessary purchases. Your aggressive saving strategy should also include building a strategic cash reserve. This isn't just an emergency fund, it's opportunity capital that allows you to act quickly when investment chances arise. Market corrections, business opportunities, and real estate deals often appear suddenly and require rapid action. Having liquid capital ready for deployment can mean the difference between capturing or missing significant wealth-building opportunities. Track your savings rate and investment capital growth meticulously. This data provides motivation and accountability while helping you identify areas for improvement. Create monthly milestones that break down your path to $100,000 0 cents and beyond into manageable chunks. Celebrate these achievements, but maintain focus on the larger goal, building the capital base that will fuel your journey to extreme wealth through strategic investment. Chapter 5. Build one skill that multiplies money. The journey to extraordinary wealth requires developing at least one high-leverage skill that can dramatically multiply your earning potential. While most people focus on gaining multiple mediocre abilities, the ultra-successful understand that mastering a single money-multiplying skill creates exponentially greater returns than being average at many things. Money multiplier skills are those rare abilities that directly impact revenue generation, profit margins, or asset value creation. These skills typically involve helping businesses or people make or save significant amounts of money. Examples include sales, marketing, financial analysis, business development, coding, deal-making, and specialized technical expertise. The key is identifying skills where results can scale without a proportional increase in time investment. Consider how top copywriters can earn millions by writing words that generate tens of millions in sales, or how talented negotiators save companies vast sums through better deals. Expert digital marketers can drive enormous revenue through optimized ad campaigns, while skilled investors compound wealth through superior market analysis. The common thread is that these abilities create value far beyond the time invested in executing them. To identify your ideal money multiplier skill, analyze where your natural strengths intersect with high-demand market needs. Study industry trends, emerging technologies, and areas experiencing rapid growth or disruption. Look for skills that are difficult to automate, hard to replicate, and solve expensive problems for wealthy clients or profitable companies. The sweet spot is finding something you're genuinely interested in learning that also has clear pathways to high compensation. Once you've identified your target skill, create an intensive learning plan. Invest in the best training programs, mentorship, and educational resources available. Study the top performers in your chosen domain and reverse engineer their expertise. Practice deliberately by taking on increasingly challenging real-world projects. Track your progress and constantly seek feedback to refine your abilities. The development phase requires patience and persistence. True expertise typically takes 3-5 years of focused effort to achieve. During this period, you may need to accept lower compensation while building your capabilities. Think of it as paying tuition for a skill that will generate returns for decades to come. The key is maintaining unwavering commitment to mastery while others quit or settle for mediocrity. As your expertise grows, actively seek opportunities to demonstrate your value. Document your results and build a portfolio of successful outcomes. Network with others who can benefit from your skill and position yourself as a specialist rather than a generalist. The goal is becoming known as the go-to expert in your specific domain. Monetization accelerates once you achieve recognized expertise. You can command premium rates as a consultant or freelancer, create high-ticket training programs, launch a specialized service business, or use your skill to drive results in your own ventures. The key is leveraging your ability across multiple income streams rather than trading time for money. Your money multiplier skill becomes a lifelong asset that appreciates with experience. Unlike physical assets that depreciate, expertise compounds as you discover new applications and build deeper mastery. By focusing intensely on developing one high-leverage skill, you create a foundation for generating wealth that far exceeds what's possible through conventional employment or scattered learning. The path to skill mastery is challenging, but represents one of the surest routes to extraordinary wealth. While others chase quick wins or short-term gains, commit to the deep work of becoming exceptional at something that creates massive value. Your specialized expertise will open doors, create opportunities, and generate returns that can fuel your wealth-building journey for decades to come. Chapter 6. Start a business or side hustle. The most direct path to building substantial wealth is through business ownership. While employment can provide stability and a steady income, true financial abundance rarely comes from trading time for money. Business ownership allows you to break free from linear income and create scalable wealth-building machines that work for you around the clock. The key is selecting the right business model aligned with your skills, resources, and wealth goals. In today's digital economy, many lucrative businesses can be started with minimal capital. Online services, digital products, consulting, e-commerce, and content creation all offer low barriers to entry with significant upside potential. The critical factor is choosing a model that can scale without requiring proportional time investment as revenue grows. For those currently employed, starting a side hustle provides the perfect bridge between steady income and entrepreneurial opportunity. Begin by dedicating 10-20 hours per week to your business while maintaining your day job. This approach allows you to develop your business skills, test market demand, and build revenue streams without risking financial security. As your side income grows to match or exceed your employment income, you can transition to full-time entrepreneurship from a position of strength. The most successful wealth builders focus on businesses that solve real problems and deliver genuine value. Study your target market deeply to understand their pain points, desires, and purchasing behavior. Your business should either eliminate significant problems or fulfill important aspirations. The bigger the problem you solve or the desire you fulfill, the more people will willingly pay for your solution. Structure your business for maximum profit and tax efficiency from day one. Consider forming an LLC or corporation to protect your personal assets and take advantage of business tax benefits. Maintain separate business accounts and track all expenses meticulously. Reinvest profits strategically to fuel growth rather than increasing your personal spending. The goal is to build a valuable asset that generates wealth independently of your direct time investment. Technology and automation should be core elements of your business strategy. Leverage digital tools, software, and systems to handle routine tasks and scale operations efficiently. Build processes that can be documented and delegated as you grow. The most valuable businesses are those that can operate smoothly without the owner's constant involvement. Focus relentlessly on high-margin activities that drive revenue growth. Many entrepreneurs get caught up in busy work that doesn't impact the bottom line. Identify the key metrics and activities that directly correlate with increased profit. These typically involve sales, marketing, product development, and strategic partnerships. Outsource or eliminate tasks that don't contribute meaningfully to business growth. Create multiple revenue streams within your business model. Direct sales, recurring subscriptions, affiliate income, licensing, and passive income sources can all flow from a single business platform. Each additional revenue stream increases your wealth-building potential while reducing dependency on any single income source. The goal is to build a business ecosystem that generates money through various channels simultaneously. Your business should be designed for eventual sale, even if you never plan to sell it. This mindset ensures you build transferable value rather than just creating a job for yourself. Document systems, protect intellectual property, build strong brand assets, and maintain clean financial records. A business that can operate without you is ultimately worth far more than one dependent on your personal involvement. Business success rarely happens overnight. Be prepared for an extended period of learning, adjustment, and perseverance. Study successful entrepreneurs in your chosen field and learn from their experiences. Join mastermind groups and build relationships with other business owners. The knowledge and connections you gain will prove invaluable as you build your wealth-generating enterprise. Chapter 7. Invest monthly no matter what. The most powerful wealth-building force isn't timing the market perfectly or finding the next hot stock. It's the relentless consistency of monthly investing. This approach, often called dollar-cost averaging, has created more millionaires than any other investment strategy because it harnesses the dual powers of compound interest and emotional discipline. When you commit to investing a fixed amount every month, regardless of market conditions, you eliminate the psychological burden of trying to predict market movements. During market downturns, your regular investment amount purchases more shares at lower prices. When markets rise, you accumulate fewer shares but benefit from the appreciation of your existing holdings. This mechanical approach prevents the common mistake of buying high and selling low based on emotional reactions to market volatility. The mathematics behind consistent monthly investing are staggering. Consider an investor who puts away $1,000 0 cents monthly into a diversified portfolio earning a conservative 8% annual return. After 20 years, this disciplined approach would grow to over $593,000 0 cents, even though the total invested amount is only $240,000 0 cents. The remaining $353,000 0 cents comes purely from investment returns compounding over time. This same principle applies whether you're investing $100 0 cents or $10,000 0 cents monthly. The key is unwavering consistency. Your monthly investment strategy should be built around an all-weather portfolio that can withstand different economic conditions. This typically includes a mix of domestic and international stocks, bonds, real estate investment trusts, and potentially alternative investments like precious metals or cryptocurrency. The specific allocation depends on your age, risk tolerance, and wealth goals, but the fundamental principle remains: invest consistently across multiple asset classes to reduce risk while maintaining growth potential. Market volatility becomes your ally rather than your enemy when you invest monthly. During the 2008 financial crisis, Investors who maintained their monthly investment schedule through the downturn saw their portfolios recover and reach new heights much faster than those who stopped investing out of fear. The same pattern repeated during the 2020 pandemic market crash. Those who stayed the course and continued their monthly investments captured the full benefit of the subsequent recovery and bull market. Setting up automated investment systems removes the temptation to time the market or second-guess your strategy. Most investment platforms allow you to automatically transfer funds from your bank account and invest them according to your predetermined asset allocation. This automation ensures you stay invested during emotional market periods and removes the friction of manual investment decisions. It's like putting your wealth building on autopilot. Regular monthly investing also forces you to live below your means and maintain financial discipline. When you commit to investing a fixed amount each month, you naturally adjust your lifestyle to accommodate this wealth-building habit. This creates a positive feedback loop, where your investment discipline reinforces your broader financial habits and your growing wealth motivates continued investment. As your wealth increases, your monthly investment amount should grow proportionally. Many successful investors follow the 50% rule, allocating half of every income increase to their monthly investment program. This prevents lifestyle inflation from eroding your wealth-building potential and accelerates your progress toward financial independence. A person earning $5,000 monthly might start by investing $500, but as their income grows to $10,000, they increase their monthly investment to $3,000, rather than expanding their lifestyle expenses. The path to extreme wealth isn't found in perfectly timing market cycles or discovering hidden investment gems. It's built through the consistent application of sound investment principles, month after month, year after year. When you commit to investing monthly, no matter what external circumstances arise, you set in motion a wealth-building machine that grows stronger with time and becomes increasingly difficult to derail. Chapter 8. Leverage Credit Strategy. The strategic use of credit represents one of the most powerful accelerators of wealth creation when wielded properly. While many people fear debt due to negative experiences or cautionary tales, successful wealth builders understand that credit is simply a tool, one that can either build or destroy depending on how it's used. The fundamental distinction lies between productive and consumptive debt. Productive debt generates more value than its cost, creating positive cash flow or appreciation that exceeds interest payments. Examples include a mortgage on a cash-flowing rental property, inventory financing that enables profitable sales, or business equipment loans that increase production capacity. Consumptive debt, by contrast, funds depreciation assets or lifestyle expenses, creating a negative drag on wealth building. Leveraging other people's money, OPM, allows you to control assets and generate returns far beyond what your personal capital could achieve alone. A $100,000 0 down payment can control a $500,000 0 property through mortgage financing. That same property appreciating 5% creates $25,000 0 in equity, a 25% return on your invested capital. This multiplier effect explains why real estate has created more millionaires than perhaps any other asset class. Business credit provides similar leverage opportunities. A business line of credit or equipment loan can fund expansion that generates returns far exceeding the interest cost. Vendor financing lets you sell inventory before paying for it. Strategic use of business credit cards provides float time and rewards while managing cash flow. The key is ensuring that any credit used directly enables profitable growth rather than just covering operating expenses. However, leverage cuts both ways, magnifying both gains and losses. Prudent risk management becomes essential when using credit strategically. This includes maintaining healthy debt service coverage ratios, having cash reserves for contingencies, and stress testing worst-case scenarios. Conservative underwriting standards help ensure you're not over-leveraged if market conditions deteriorate. Your personal credit score and history become crucial strategic assets. Maintaining excellent credit gives you access to the best financing terms and most opportunities. This means paying all obligations on time, keeping credit utilization low, and regularly monitoring your credit reports. Building strong banking relationships also provides better access to credit when needed for strategic opportunities. The timing and structure of leverage matter significantly. Using credit early in wealth building carries more risk since you have less cushion for setbacks. As your asset base grows, strategic leverage becomes safer while still accelerating returns. The structure should match the purpose: long-term fixed-rate debt for long-term assets, revolving credit for short-term needs. Advanced wealth builders often create sophisticated leverage strategies combining multiple credit facilities. A real estate investor might use bank mortgages, private loans, and lines of credit in concert. A business owner may layer equipment financing, inventory credit, and receivables factoring. The key is maintaining clear visibility into total leverage and ensuring all debt serves a productive purpose. Your leverage strategy should evolve with your wealth journey. Early focus may be on qualifying for initial credit and managing it responsibly. Mid-stage wealth builders optimize their credit mix and terms while expanding access to capital. Advanced investors create sophisticated leverage structures while maintaining strong risk controls. At each stage, credit serves as a strategic tool rather than a crutch or burden. The ultimate goal is achieving an optimal leverage point that maximizes returns while maintaining stability and sleeping well at night. This varies by individual risk tolerance, asset class, and market conditions. Regular review of your leverage strategy ensures it continues serving your wealth-building goals effectively as circumstances change. Chapter 9. Scale what already works. The fundamental principle of scaling is elegantly simple. Find what generates reliable returns and systematically expand it. Yet many wealth seekers constantly chase new opportunities while neglecting to maximize their existing successful ventures. The most identifiable path to extreme fortune lies in identifying your proven profit centers and methodically amplifying them. The first step in effective scaling is conducting a thorough analysis of your current revenue streams. Look for patterns in what consistently produces results with the least friction and highest margins. This could be your most profitable product line, your highest converting marketing channel, or your most lucrative client segment. The key is to focus on actual data rather than assumptions or preferences. Once you've identified your winning elements, create detailed documentation of every process and system that makes them work. This becomes your scaling blueprint, the foundational document that allows you to replicate success. Document everything from customer acquisition methods to fulfillment processes to quality control measures. This level of systematization makes it possible to maintain consistency while expanding operations. Technology plays a crucial role in modern scaling efforts. The right software and automation tools can help you multiply output without proportionally increasing costs or complexity. Look for opportunities to digitize manual processes, automate routine tasks, and leverage cloud-based solutions that grow with your needs. The goal is to build infrastructure that supports expansion while maintaining or improving quality and efficiency. Strategic partnerships often provide the fastest path to scale. Instead of building everything internally, identify complementary businesses, suppliers, or distribution channels that can help you reach new markets or increase capacity. These relationships should be win-win arrangements that create value for all parties while maintaining your core profit margins. The human element of scaling requires particular attention. As operations expand, you'll need to build teams and leadership structures that can execute your vision without your constant involvement. This means developing clear training systems, establishing performance metrics, and creating accountability frameworks that maintain standards across growing operations. Geographic expansion represents another powerful scaling avenue, but it must be approached strategically. Start with markets that share similarities with your proven territories to minimize adaptation costs. Test new locations with minimal investment before committing significant resources. Use data from successful markets to predict potential in new areas and adjust your approach based on local conditions. Financial scaling demands careful attention to cash flow and capital allocation. Growth requires investment, but it's essential to maintain profitable unit economics throughout the expansion process. Establish clear metrics for return on invested capital and monitor them closely as you scale. Use financing strategically, but avoid over-leveraging it that could make your operation vulnerable during market downturn. The timing of scaling initiatives can significantly impact their success. Expand too quickly, and you risk overwhelming your systems and diluting quality. Move too slowly, and you may miss crucial market opportunities. Look for leading indicators that suggest readiness for expansion, consistent profitability, stable operations, strong demand, and adequate resources to support growth. Perhaps most importantly, maintain focus on your core value proposition throughout the scaling process. It's easy to get distracted by new opportunities or lose sight of what made your original operation successful. Every scaling decision should reinforce and enhance your fundamental competitive advantages rather than dilute them. The most successful scaling efforts amplify what works while preserving the essential elements that created success in the first place. As your operation grows, continuously refine and optimize your systems. Scaling isn't a one-time event, but an ongoing process of improvement and adaptation. Regular analysis of performance metrics, customer feedback, and market conditions allows you to adjust your scaling strategy as needed. The goal is to build a self-reinforcing cycle where each phase of growth creates resources and opportunities for the next level of expansion. Chapter 10. Delegate low-value tasks. The journey to extreme wealth requires laser focus on high-impact activities that drive substantial financial growth. Yet many aspiring wealth builders remain trapped in the weeds of low-value tasks that drain their time, energy, and creative capacity. The ability to strategically delegate these tasks represents a crucial turning point in wealth acceleration. Successful delegation begins with a thorough audit of how you currently spend your time. Track your activities for a week, noting every task that occupies your attention. You'll likely discover that a significant portion of your day is consumed by activities that could be performed by others at a fraction of what your time is worth. Administrative work, basic research, data entry, scheduling, email management, and routine maintenance tasks often fall into this category. The wealth builder's time should be invested primarily in activities that directly expand wealth, high-level strategy, key relationship building, crucial decision-making, and actions that leverage your unique talents. Every hour spent on tasks below your pay grade represents an opportunity cost that compounds over time. When you calculate the true cost of handling these tasks yourself versus delegating them, the financial impact becomes clear. Building an effective delegation system requires careful consideration of three key elements: the right people, clear processes, and appropriate oversight. Start by identifying reliable people or services that can handle specific task categories. Virtual assistants, freelancers, or part-time employees can provide flexible support without the overhead of full-time staff. The key is matching task requirements with the appropriate skill level and cost structure. Document your processes thoroughly before handing them off. Create clear standard operating procedures that detail exactly how tasks should be performed, including expected outcomes and quality standards. This initial investment of time in documentation pays dividends through consistent execution and reduced need for constant supervision. Well-documented processes also make it easier to switch service providers if necessary. Establish systems for monitoring delegated work without micromanaging. Regular check-ins, progress reports, and quality metrics help maintain accountability, while allowing your support team to work independently. Use project management tools to track tasks and maintain clear communication channels for questions or issues that arise. The psychological aspects of delegation often prove more challenging than the practical ones. Many wealth builders struggle with perfectionism, or the belief that no one can perform tasks as well as they can. Recognize that while delegates may initially perform tasks differently, or even slightly less effectively, the freedom to focus on high-value activities more than compensates for any minor quality differences in routine tasks. Cost considerations shouldn't prevent you from delegating. Calculate your effective hourly rate based on your income goals, then delegate any task that can be completed competently by someone at a lower rate. Your time becomes increasingly valuable as your wealth grows. What makes financial sense to delegate will evolve as your income increases. As your delegation system matures, focus on building redundancy and scalability. Cross-train multiple people on important tasks to reduce dependency on any single individual. Document and systematize new processes as they emerge. Create layers of delegation where more experienced team members can supervise and train newer ones. The most successful wealth builders view delegation as a multiplier of their effectiveness rather than an expense. They recognize that their highest value lies in focusing on strategic activities that drive wealth creation while building a support system that handles everything else. This leverage allows them to expand their impact and accelerate their path to extreme fortune without becoming overwhelmed by day-to-day operational details. Chapter 11. Reinvest your profit inconsistently. The most powerful force in wealth creation isn't the initial investment, it's the disciplined reinvestment of profits over time. While many entrepreneurs and investors understand the importance of generating returns, they often overlook the critical practice of systematically recycling those gains back into their wealth-building machine. The principle of profit reinvestment operates like a snowball rolling downhill. Each time you reinvest rather than spend your returns, you add another layer of potential growth to your wealth foundation. This compounds not just your money, but your opportunities, capabilities, and market position. The wealthiest people in history have mastered this principle, often living well below their means during their wealth-building years to maintain high reinvestment rates. Your reinvestment strategy should follow a clear hierarchy of priorities. First, allocate profits to maintaining and upgrading your existing income-producing assets. This might mean renovating rental properties, upgrading business equipment, or investing in technology that improves efficiency. Second, expand your current successful operations through scaling what already works. Third, diversify into complementary opportunities that leverage your existing knowledge and resources. The psychological challenge of consistent reinvestment often proves more difficult than the technical aspects. When profits start flowing, the temptation to increase personal spending or celebrate success can derail your wealth-building momentum. Successful wealth creators often establish strict rules about what percentage of profits they'll reinvest versus spend. The common approach is the 80/20 rule, reinvesting 80% of all profits while allowing 20% for lifestyle improvements or personal rewards. Creating systematic reinvestment triggers helps remove emotion from the equation. Set up automatic transfers that move a predetermined percentage of business profits into investment accounts. Establish clear criteria for when and how profits will be reinvested back into business expansion. Document your reinvestment strategy during calm, rational moments to guide your decisions when emotions or short-term thinking might otherwise prevail. Reinvestment doesn't always mean putting money back into the same vehicle that generated it. Sometimes the smartest reinvestment strategy involves using profits from one area to fund opportunities in another. A successful business owner might reinvest profits into real estate. A real estate investor might channel rental income into stock market investments. The key is maintaining the discipline of reinvestment while strategically diversifying your wealth-building channels. The timing of reinvestment matters as much as the amount. Markets move in cycles, and opportunities don't always align perfectly with when profits become available. Maintain a portion of your profits in liquid form, ready to deploy when high-potential opportunities arise. This requires patience and discipline, the ability to hold resources in reserve rather than feeling pressured to immediately reinvest every dollar. Building a wealth team that supports your reinvestment strategy proves invaluable. Your accountant should help structure profit-taking to maximize tax efficiency. Your financial advisor should help identify the highest potential reinvestment opportunities. Your business partners and employees should understand and support the prioritization of reinvestment over short-term gains. This aligned team approach helps maintain reinvestment discipline even when individual resolve might waver. The reinvestment mindset extends beyond just money. Reinvest time into learning new skills that expand your wealth-building capability. Reinvest energy into building relationships that create future opportunities. Reinvest attention into monitoring markets and trends that might affect your wealth strategy. This holistic approach to reinvestment creates a self-reinforcing cycle of growth across all aspects of your wealth-building journey. Chapter 12. Protect your assets with intention. The journey to building extreme wealth requires not just accumulation, but strategic protection of your assets. Many ambitious wealth builders focus exclusively on growth while neglecting to safeguard what they've already built. This oversight can erase years of progress when unexpected events strike. Asset protection begins with understanding the various threats to your wealth. Legal challenges, market downturns, inflation, taxes, and personal liability can all erode your financial foundation. The wealthier you become, the more crucial it becomes to implement sophisticated protection strategies that preserve your assets for generations. The first layer of protection involves proper insurance coverage. Beyond basic policies like home and auto insurance, high net worth people need umbrella liability coverage, professional liability insurance if applicable, and possibly specialized policies for unique assets. Insurance should be viewed as a cost-effective way to transfer major risks away from your wealth. Business entities play a vital role in asset protection. Limited liability companies, LLCs, corporations, and trusts create legal separation between personal and business assets. When structured correctly, these entities prevent personal assets from being reached in business lawsuits and claims. Strategic use of multiple entities can create additional layers of protection for different asset classes. Estate planning represents another critical component of wealth protection. A properly designed estate plan ensures your assets transfer efficiently to your chosen beneficiaries while minimizing tax implications. This includes wills, living trusts, healthcare directives, and power of attorney documents. Regular updates to these documents keep them aligned with changing laws and family circumstances. Geographic diversification serves as a powerful protection strategy. Spreading assets across different jurisdictions, both domestic and international, makes it more difficult for any single event or claim to impact your entire wealth portfolio. This might include holding real estate in different states, maintaining offshore accounts, or investing in international markets. Tax strategy forms an integral part of asset protection. Working with qualified tax professionals to implement legal tax minimization strategies helps preserve wealth that would otherwise be lost to unnecessary taxation. This includes maximizing deductions, timing income recognition, utilizing tax-advantaged accounts, and structuring investments for optimal tax efficiency. Cybersecurity has emerged as a critical concern for wealth protection in the digital age. High-net-worth people are increasingly targeted by sophisticated cybercriminals seeking to compromise accounts or steal sensitive information. Implementing robust digital security measures, including secure communication channels, encrypted data storage, and careful social media practices, helps protect against these modern threats. Regular wealth audits ensure your protection strategies remain effective as your assets grow. This involves reviewing insurance coverage levels, testing entity structures, updating estate plans, and reassessing risk exposure across your portfolio. Protection strategies that worked at lower wealth levels may need enhancement as your fortune expands. Asset titling and ownership structure decisions significantly impact protection levels. How assets are owned, descriptions, or through entities, decidedly affects their vulnerability to claims and tax treatment. Strategic decisions about asset titling can enhance protection while maintaining necessary control and access. Relationship management also plays a crucial role in asset protection. This includes carefully structured business partnerships, prenuptial agreements when applicable, and clear documentation of financial arrangements with family members or business associates. Well-defined relationships reduce the risk of disputes that could threaten your wealth. Building a qualified team of advisors strengthens your protection strategy. This typically includes an attorney specializing in asset protection, a tax professional, an insurance expert, and a financial advisor who understands high net worth planning. These professionals work together to create comprehensive protection while identifying potential vulnerabilities before they become problems.